Good afternoon and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our New York studio. I'm Chris Taylor. Iran has appointed Mojtaba Khamenei as the country's new supreme leader following the death of his father, Ali Khamenei. Iran's powerful assembly of experts selected Mojtaba in a decisive vote, making him the third supreme leader since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. The 56-year-old cleric has long been considered influential within Iran's ruling establishment and maintains close ties with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. His appointment marks the first time the son of a supreme leader has succeeded his father in the Islamic Republic, a development analysts say could have significant implications for the country's political and religious leadership. Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi says Iran alone will decide its next supreme leader and has rejected comments by U.S. President Donald Trump suggesting Washington should approve the successor. Speaking to NBC's Meet the Press, Araghchi said no foreign power would be allowed to interfere in Iran's internal affairs and that the decision rests with the Iranian people through the assembly of experts. His remarks come after the assassination of Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei during the opening strikes of the recent U.S.-Israeli conflict. Iranian state media says the clerical body has already voted. Araghchi also accused the United States of starting the war and warned that Iran could target American bases across the region. The United States says it will not target Iran's energy sector during the ongoing conflict involving Israel and Iran. U.S. Energy Secretary Chris Wright told CNN that Washington has no plans to strike Iran's oil or natural gas infrastructure. His remarks come after Israeli strikes hit fuel depots near Tehran, triggering major fires. At the same time, the conflict has disrupted shipping through the Strait of Hormuz, a key route for nearly 20% of the world's oil and liquefied natural gas. Global energy markets have reacted sharply, with West Texas Intermediate crude rising significantly over the past week. However, U.S. officials say global oil supply remains strong, and disruptions are expected to be temporary. In another development, U.S. President Donald Trump is reportedly considering a special military operation to seize Iran's near-bomb-grade uranium. According to a report by Bloomberg News, the plan could involve deploying U.S. special forces on the ground inside Iran to secure sensitive nuclear material. The report, citing diplomatic officials briefed on the matter, says the option is being reviewed as tensions escalate in the ongoing regional conflict. However, Reuters says it has not yet independently verified the report. The development comes amid growing international concern over Iran's nuclear capabilities and how global powers may respond if tensions continue to intensify. Iran's army now says at least 104 personnel were killed and 32 others injured in a U.S. attack on an Iranian warship last week. Reports citing Iran's Fars news agency say the vessel, Iris Dina, was struck and sunk by a U.S. submarine in the Indian Ocean, about 19 nautical miles off the coast of Galeh in Sri Lanka. Iranian officials say the incident occurred as tensions between Tehran and Washington continued to escalate. Rescue operations were launched following the strike, with several crew members recovered by Sri Lankan naval forces. The sinking of the vessel marks a major escalation in the ongoing confrontation between Iran and the United States. The UK Ministry of Defence says British forces successfully intercepted a one-way attack drone fired from Iran toward Iraq overnight. The drone was engaged during defensive operations while British aircraft were patrolling the region. Officials say the action was taken to protect coalition forces and allied military positions operating in Iraqi airspace. British defense authorities say their forces remain on high alert as tensions continue to rise across the Middle East. For more on this, we're joined by our correspondent James Wood in London. James, what more can you tell us?
British defense officials say the interception highlights the growing risk posed by drone warfare across the region. According to the Ministry of Defense, Royal Air Force aircraft were conducting routine patrols when the drone was detected heading toward Iraqi airspace where coalition forces are stationed. The drone was engaged and destroyed before it could reach its intended target. Officials say the UK is coordinating closely with allies to strengthen regional air defenses. They also warned that further aerial threats could emerge as the conflict involving Iran, Israel, and the United States continues to escalate.
James Wood reporting from London. Thank you, James. And finally, Israel says it carried out an airstrike on a hotel in Beirut, killing 5 people, including 3 commanders of Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. Israeli officials say the targeted strike was aimed at senior Iranian military figures believed to be operating in Lebanon. The attack marks a significant escalation as the regional conflict expands beyond Iran and Israel. There has been no immediate confirmation from Iranian authorities, while tensions continue to rise across the Middle East amid ongoing military operations and retaliatory threats. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.